Today I want to explore a little sound design with BOHM, how we use it, and how there are many different ways to customize it. First of all, let's bring down the incoming audio, focus on the kick drum first. Starting with the length, maybe I can make it a little longer or shorter, depending how you modulate it or control it manually. Then maybe add some sustain, add some body, make it more aggressive, maybe less attack, softer curve, let's say. You can customize the pitch from C1 to C2, sequence it based on your music. Now let's add some curve, pitch envelope, maybe less decay here, and maybe change the color of the transients. Without the FXs, a completely different story. Just by turning one knob, now you can feel the tone of the transients. So less sustain, maybe 12 o'clock. Add some attack, make some snare, or just taps, and maybe a little more FX. By the way, you can customize a lot of these features. For example, this FX, if I go to the main module, can be hard, wavefold, bass, soft, tube. I like the hard one here, or sometimes the wavefold would be nice. Change the color, more warm analog feeling or more bright wavetable. Now let's check out the groove side. First of all, you can customize each one of these. For example, beside the parameters that I was changing, I could also change the whole kick drum scenario. And based on what you choose, it gives you different parameters to change. For example, because this is an FM, we have ratio of the FM, synthesis or modulation. And then check out the FX, bass, hard. Same FXs, but sounds different here. Let's go hardcore. And let's see what we can do here. Find the sweet spots. Now let's see what else. Maybe this one. OLP4. But honestly, I like maybe this one or the first two. Oh, this is nice. The tail, the length gives you a different experience here because of that hardness, the FX. I get a bass line in return. Let's see. The color. But let's go back here. More serious. Deeper. Maybe more color. And we can also change the FX. Hard. Now let's check out the groove side. On the groove side, you can add more taps based on the clock source or the clock rhythm that you are applying here. Let's see. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Now let's add one more after it. Bum, bum, bum. but there's a nice gap here. maybe less sustain. And you can also add one more before that, so it becomes 3. Bara 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 bara. Nice. But if I close the color, it would add some reverb or tail to the whole tabs, so it becomes like a texture, which you can change. Or maybe something like this. Let's bring some tabs again. Maybe brighten them, change the pitch, more like a bass line now. More tail, more length or less. Deep layers on each other. And you can modulate all of them, any of them, tabs from a different source, sequence it. Beside that, we have another interesting part here, which is super useful. First, the level of the kick drum, gone. Then we have a docking control or docking depth or sidechain depth. That would sidechain the incoming signal, which I would show you in a few seconds. But before that, there are different ways you can control your incoming signal using this FX here. So I'm gonna change that, go to the performer side, change the FX to the DJ filter. We have DJ filter, low pass, high pass, beat roll, and a sleep roll. Beat roll loops the sound suddenly, whatever you have there, and then continues from there. But a sleep roll, it would just change the division, and whatever that is coming into your input would be smaller or bigger. But the time is not stopped. Let's add some bass line from the tone work. Now, without the docking, all the way, maybe 12 o'clock. Somewhere in between. Now let's check out the DJ filter first with some maybe 70% resonance. It can apply to all, kick only, or the input. And you can of course modulate the on and off, the FX, the docking, the level, and you name it. What else would you need? This is not just a kick drum, this is like a performance machine, and a hardcore one. Or it can be really smooth. Or not. So let's check out the other FXs here. Maybe instead of DJ filter, high pass, low pass, roll, loop the moment, stay there forever, make it short, modulate it. These changes could be instant or constant. And you can automate them, modulate them. Now let's check out the sleep roll. This one doesn't freeze this time. Loops whatever's coming in the moment. So if I change the input, it would change the results too. Now if I bring the a different input, let's say. See? Completely different. Robotic, but it's still singing the melody or the harmonies. Now let's change it back to beat roll, and you would see the difference. Doesn't change. See? Told you. But it's nice another way. You can create really interesting rhythms. Going back to the taps again. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Live on the audio. More taps. Count in and bring it back on time. Thanks for watching.